Hi, Ralph. William Gonzalo
Hey,
from Radio Colombia. How are you, man?
Good
great,
man, how
man.
you doing? Nice shirt.
Thank you, man. William, I want to start the conversation with you talking about the music. I don't know, beyond the story, beyond the characters, how important is the soundtrack of the Cobra Kai? Do you think that the music plays an important role in the series?
I think so. Of course, music's a huge part of any entertainment, any show or TV show or movie. But we have two. We have great composers who are writing this classic score that plays underneath the scenes, and they're just incredible. And then you have the throwback, callback rock and roll hit songs from the '80s that set it in that time. I lived through that time, so it's really comfortable to have that music. I listen to that stuff on the way to work, on the way home, in my trailer. So it's a vital part of the show and of the experience of the show for sure. And plus, we have
Ralph,
these amazing composers. These guys are genius. Two guys that just are amazing. So,
Ralph, in the series, you talk a lot about Miyagi, but I want to know how Miyagi was in the real life. How can you describe Pat Morita? What memories do you have of him?
Well, he was, the Karate Kid is, in essence, you could say that that movie, what separated that, there were many elements, but the Miyagi character in the Karate Kid is a big part of the heart and soul of what that film was and what we all, connected to, having that, I would call him the human Yoda for the young Skywalker there that had all the answers to navigate adolescence and life. Pat Morita was the chosen actor and the only actor to play that role. It felt upon casting, no one wanted him to begin with because he was considered a comic from the show Happy Days and not have the depth that would be needed to play that character. And he came in and changed their minds in a nanosecond. And the moment they put he and I together, that was the easiest work I've ever had to do. It just kind of was meant to be, for lack of a better description. It was kind of magical. And he had the ability to turn his comic timing on in a half a second. He'd come from, emotion and feels and tears to fart jokes. And he would be able to click the switch on and off. And I was always amazed by that. And he enjoyed making me laugh when I wasn't supposed to. He was a spirit that still blesses this franchise and blesses the Cobra Kai series and an important part of it. Pat Morita is looking down upon us and shining on me, Billy, and everybody in this show. That's how we look at it.
Nice memories, Ralph. William, in this season, there are important mention about the feminines, gender, bullying. Why do you think it was necessary to introduce these issues on the story?
I don't know if they're issues. I don't know how they're addressed. I think that they put them in some situations and some characters. The show is relevant. It's today. It's playing in today's world, and so the writers are careful on how that they touch on certain things that are happening, that are topics today, and without, I think, going too deep into them or taking a position on them. I think they're just acknowledging the things of the world that we live in today, and I think that's a smart thing to do. I think it's a healthy thing to do, and I think the way it's dealt with is entertainment, and I'll leave it up to the writers to answer the rest of those questions.
Ralph, in 2016, on an interview of the New York Times, very good interview, you said that you don't mind being was the Karate Kid. How does it feel to know that your character changed someone's life?
Wait, just give me the beginning of that. Sorry, you broke up a second. So in the New York Times interview, I said what?
Well, that you don't mind being the Karate Kid. Right. That the people remember you that the Karate Kid, that
right,
Ralph Macchio is not Karate Kid. Talking about that, how does it feel for you that know that your character changed the life of someone?
Well, that's I think that if it was 20 years ago, I might have answered that differently, like the afterlife right after the Karate Kid, when it was tougher for me to get certain roles. I never looked down upon it, but as time has gone by and I've met people in all corners of the world over the years that have been inspired by this character, I take great deal of pride and privilege in being the chosen one that was lucky enough to get the part. As simple as that. So it's silly. I see certain actors that will go into interviews and say, well, that was yesterday. I don't want to talk about that anymore. I'm working on this new stuff. That was just, to me, that I find that when you have a role that has resonated around the globe in such a positive way, to not embrace that and carry it forward and be prideful of that is just, I can't make any sense out of that. So I take it as a part of me going forward. And now with Cobra Kai, who knew? We're at this level. It even makes me more proud that I'm connected with it. And, and I'll do other roles and other things. And whether it's behind the camera and in front, you keep working. If you're lucky enough to get one that could change someone's life, and many people for that matter, that's the gift that keeps on giving. That's how I look at it.
Thank you for that, William. Ralph, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Bye.
Take care, man.